Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, am I audible to all? If you can give me a yes in the chat box or turn on your cameras and give me a smiling thumbs up. Am I audible to everyone? Thank you, Ankita. I hope I'm audible to everyone else as well. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Would love to hear from everyone, please. If you can give me a yes or a thumbs up. Thank you, Vandana. Thank you, Sangeeta. Lovely. Great. Perfect. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session on SoulSensei. We're extremely happy to have you all here. While we'll be waiting for another minute or two till we have more members join in, those who are already here, request you all to settle in well. In case you need a journal, a bottle of water, a pen, it'll be really lovely that we can all settle in well. Also, in the meanwhile, how's everyone feeling? Let's do a quick catch up on how's the energy, how's everyone feeling. If you just had one word to share in the chat box right now of how are you feeling at this very moment. It can be anything and everything. Excited, nervous, curious, open, inquisitive, anxious. 10 on 10 says Shilpa. Lovely. Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you for the compliment as well. Thank you. Would love to hear from everyone. How are we feeling? Ready and excited, says Pramod. Amazing. Would love to hear from others. Would anyone like to share how are they doing? How are they feeling? Let's quickly try to understand everyone. Let's catch up. It'll be so lovely to hear from everyone. Anyone would like to share? How are they doing? Feeling amazing, says Vandana. Amazing. That is so good. Awesome. Also, let's understand, because we're all joining in from different parts of India and the globe, let's understand where is everyone from, So, my name is Pooja and I'm from Mumbai, India. Would love to hear from everyone. Where is everyone from? Let's try to do an understanding. Okay, Bhubaneswar, India. Lovely. That is so amazing. Noida. Amazing, Harshita. Chandigarh. Wow. Anyone else would like to share? Where are they from? Namachan. Lovely. Awesome. So, hi everyone. Welcome to today's session. My name is Pooja Anandani and I'm from Team SoulSensei, and I'll be here throughout the session for anything and everything that you need. So, today is a free introduction session to stop trying and start meditating with Nakul. And this session will give us a taste of, how the practice is. And in a few days, Nakul will be taking another session for which we will be sharing the details at the end of today's session. So requesting everyone to please stay till the very end so that we can share about Nakul's upcoming session with us. Also, before I start, I'd encourage everyone to please turn on their video cameras. It'll be really lovely to see everyone's smiling faces. It'll help us establish the connection between the guide and you. Also, it'll help us elevate today's session energy, making it more lively and alive. Also, a quick note, your video will not be a part of the recording. Turning on your video will only help our guide give you personalized guidance. Think of it as a private consultation within a safe group space. And honestly, it gets little difficult, chatting with the black boxes. So if you can all turn in your cameras and we can see your smiling faces, it'll be really lovely. Thank you, Vandana. Thank you for turning on your camera. Thank you, Sangeeta. Lovely. So for people who are new to SoulSensei, our goal at SoulSensei is to make every session a safe and supportive space where you can ask freely, share openly, and receive abundantly, and leave feeling lighter, calmer, and more happier. So I'll just share today's session flow. We'll begin with a short introduction, followed by the session led by our guide. Post that, the floor is open for question and answers. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box or raise your hand at any point of time. We will try to answer as many questions as possible. So our today's session is led by our amazing SoulSensei, Nakul, on Stop Trying, Start Meditating. So I'd like to introduce Nakul Agrawal, who's a distinguished mystic and yogi and a highly respected spiritual guide and mentor. With over 13 years of exponential experience, he has guided thousands in overcoming inner challenges and overcoming with greater clarity, calm, and purpose. His practical and accessible approach to spirituality empowers individuals from all walks of life to live more consciously and meaningfully. So, without any further ado, I request Nakul to please begin today's session, and I hope everyone has an amazing one.
Okay, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Pooja, and energizing everybody with your amazing voice. A very, very warm welcome to everybody who's here attending this session with me. Firstly, I would again like to request a lot of you to turn on the cameras because it's always better to speak to faces than just to names on a screen, right? I mean, imagine see, you are speaking to a mirror. It would be so difficult if you're looking at yourself and speaking. It's not fun at all, right? So the more people keep the cameras on, the better is the experience of the session because I can see your facial experiences, and looking at them, I can then know if what I'm saying is relatable or not. You're able to resonate with it or not, and all these things. All right, perfect. This is going to be an interactive session, so please interact. Please write your answers in the comments whenever I ask a question, and you can also feel free to turn on the mic and speak. All right. First and foremost, I would like to ask all of you, what is meditation for you? Because you're talking about effortless meditation and how it's difficult to meditate. So, what is meditation for you? If you can type in the comment or even turn on the mic and speak. Okay, Ankita is saying meditation is focus. Sangeeta ji is saying it's a calm space, focus on one thing. Risha is saying, Devil is saying connect with self. Uh, Harshita is saying it's about being aware. All right. Vandana is saying connecting with your inner self, stillness, relaxed mind. It's a way of living life. Oh, that's beautiful, Soumya. Shreya says a way to decompress and regain focus, deal with anxiety of the day, being aware of every action and reaction, awareness, being in the present moment, self-talk. All right. Looking at your thoughts, connection with Almighty. Amazing. Can you all see how all of us have not the same idea of even the word meditation, but different ideas? Yeah. Can you see? Everybody has a different idea. Keep going if there is anything else that you think meditation is all about. All right. Perfect. Now, since a lot of answers are relevant, I'll not share what is meditation according to me. I'll talk about it going further. But since a lot of answers are appropriate for sure, then I want to ask you if meditation helps you to calm the mind, helps you to be self aware, helps you to connect with your inner self, with the Almighty, and live a better life, then what is the challenge for you to meditate? You're here because there is some challenge. You're not here for entertainment. I do not believe that. You're here on Tuesday morning at 4 o'clock for entertainment. And the good part is, most of you are very informed people. You have some understanding of meditation for sure. I did not get an answer ki meditation is closing your eyes and sitting. Nobody gave such a vague answer. So what is the challenge? Komal is saying man nahi lagta hai. I try, but it's so difficult to do. All right. Constant thoughts keep blocking the mind. All right. The thoughts just keep pouring in. I can't stop it. Shilpa says, concentration challenge is being in the present moment and taming the mind, sitting for a longer time. All right. Shreya says, unable to do it by myself. So, Shreya, do you want somebody to come and meditate for you? All right. Vineka says, to be disciplined to experience that stillness. trust within self, distractions. ये कमबख्त दुनिया वाले, these worldly people, they are the reason I cannot meditate. They keep distracting me so much. Gauri says, cannot meditate as thoughts trouble. Pramod says, doesn't happen, cannot stay focused. I feel dizzy sometimes and also distraction. All right. Keep pouring in your comments. Keep pouring in why you cannot meditate. Because I'll make sure by the end of the session, you have a solution to all of it. Okay. This is going to be a very deep session. Okay. So the more I'm aware of your challenges, the better I can resolve them. All right. Okay. Perfect. Willingness to commit, to intent, to meditate. Okay, Harshita. Well, Harshita, if you have a difficulty in committing and meditating daily, you can definitely be a part of my seekers community. My seekers community is a community wherein we conduct daily online meditations for people who find it difficult to do it by themselves, on a daily basis by making it a habit. So you can always reach out to me if you would like to explore that. A lot of disturbance and too much information on how and what meditation should feel like. And end of the session, I end up comparing with the ideal to the actual. Okay, good, Binika. Good. That is a problem with a lot of people. I agree with you. Pramodji saying, I meditate daily. I mean, I try to do. That's good, you're trying. Very good. Still cannot reach onto my mind. I feel restless while meditating, constantly reminded of things that need to be done when I start. All right, good, good, very good. Great. Friends, keep sharing throughout the session as to what is the challenge for you to meditate. Why do you find it difficult to meditate? And as I keep sharing more, keep commenting, agreeing, disagreeing, whatever it is. Okay. Also, some people have again turned off the cameras. Don't you like my face? I hope you do. Otherwise, what if I turn off the camera? You won't like the session, right? In the same fashion, I also like your face. So please turn on the camera unless you are in toilet or you're driving the car. In which cases I can understand the reason for not turning on the camera. Okay. Gauriji is saying handsome. Thank you, Gauriji. Thank you so much for your kind words. Okay, friends. So let's talk about what is meditation, friends. Meditation, is it a practice? Is it a process? Or is it a quality? Well, if you ask me, meditation definitely is a practice, right? Or a process you do. But for what? For building a quality within you. It's not something you just do for the heck of doing. You do it for the sake of building a quality within you. Like you all go to gym, not you all, but some people go to gym, right? Why do people go to gym? To increase strength. Do people not have strength? Everybody has some strength. Everybody has some strength. Yeah. But still people go to gym. What for? To increase the strength. You know? So working out in the gym is a practice, is a process that people do. For what? For increasing their muscular strength. Is it making sense? Yeah. Can you increase the strength without going to gym? Yes, but you'll have to lift the weight in some other way. Right? The objective of going to the gym is not to lift dumbbells or to use some machines and to do all sorts of things. The objective is to increase your strength and, of course, fitness and lose weight and all those things. Perfect. That is the reason we do the process of lifting weights and running on the treadmill and cycling and all those things. Is it making sense? Yeah. So going by that, why do you meditate? You meditate for experiencing a state of mind wherein you can remain calm and peaceful throughout the day, throughout the night. Of course, I'm saying the night because nowadays most of the people stay awake late till night. All right. Hence throughout the night. Otherwise, you're always peaceful in sleep. Right. So meditation is a process or practice you do so that you remain calm, you remain focused, and you remain more or less very joyous, irrespective of the situations and challenges that you face in life. Perfect? Do you agree with me on this? Like we go to the gym to increase our strength, we meditate to increase our feeling, our experience of calmness, of inner peace, of oneness with life. You can call it the divine, of being focused and less distracted, of feeling free and not dependent, not attached, not addicted, right? This is why we meditate. Yeah. Is there any other reason to meditate? No. Totally agree, love thyself, detaching from mind and body. Yeah. Good. So, if the objective is to attain a calm, peaceful, detached state of mind, then why do you think we do not have this calm, peaceful, joyful, free state of mind? Why don't we have it? Come on. Why do you think we do not have it? Albert Einstein said, a problem well understood is half solved. Okay. Okay, Shilpa says, because we do not have the right guidance. That's definitely a reason. There's one more comment. Ravi Shankar once told it's act of doing nothing, not even thinking, staying blank. Yeah, but Ravi Shankar also has a big empire of teaching people meditation in courses and retreats and whatnot. Okay. He does not say just sit at home and do nothing. He offers all kinds of courses and programs. So what he's saying honestly is not wrong, but do not take it literally. India is a land of gurus, some of whom understand what they're teaching, some of whom, in my opinion, do not understand what they're teaching. And I'm not pointing at anyone, okay? Okay. It's just saying because we are worried about the future, we have traffic of thoughts because our brains run on overdrive, because our monkey mind does not allow us, because we are always thinking. Yes, you do not have a peaceful state of mind. No, it's not because you have too many techniques and difficult to stick. I'll simplify everything for you today, friends. Just be with me. Okay. Beneka is saying we are born with it, but the focus increases on the outside world. Pramod says our mind is programmed to think, worry, make strategy, implement them. True. But let's keep things very simple. Right now, in your ears, probably the only noise which is disturbing your peace is of mine. There might be some noise of your background as well, perhaps, yeah. But because I'm continuously speaking, there is some noise, there is some thoughts, there is some chaos. Inner noise too, I know, Harshita, that is there for sure. But in the room that you are in currently, let's take that. Okay. Because I'm speaking, there is some noise in the room. The moment I stop speaking, the noise decreases. There can still be some other factors which are creating noise, but it decreases that moment I stop speaking. And same is the case with your mind. You do not have a calm mind because, as some of you rightly pointed, there is constantly the noise of your thoughts, the noise of your emotions, also, in a way. Because emotion also is a very strong outcome of a thought, nothing else. Emotion, if you ask me, is your body's response to a thought. You know, it's energy in motion. But what creates the energy? Thought. And where do you feel the energy in motion? In the body. So emotion is the body's response to the thought, which again does not help you feel calm. You might be laughing, but you're not calm when you're laughing. Or you might be sobbing and you're still not calm when you're sobbing, right? Or you might be feeling love, but still you're not calm when you're feeling love. Your heart might be beating loudly, roaring, but that's not a sign of you feeling calm and peaceful. So we do not feel peaceful, we do not feel calm because There is the noise of thoughts. Very simply put, I can go very deep into it, but for the sake of completing the content on time, I hope you're there with me, right? There is noise of thoughts, hence we cannot feel calmness. So the solution is simple then. If you want to feel calm and peaceful, you can just remove all thoughts, and that's it. Bingo. Now you would say, Nakulji, but we do not know how to remove all thoughts. वही तो problem है. I cannot stop my thoughts. I am saying, let's assume you were able to stop all your thoughts. I can teach you, in fact. Let's assume you were able to stop all your thoughts. Do you think that would work? Would life be great if there is no thought at all whatsoever? Do you think that will be a great idea? Tell me in the comments. Come on. I hope you're enjoying the session. I can also go one way. I can make it a discourse, pravachan, where only I am speaking, but that will be too boring. So it's better you express the thoughts in your mind and be with me rather than getting distracted. No, yeah. If you do not have any thoughts in your mind, friends, you cannot take any actions in life. And you will be as good as a sculpture on the road. You've seen some sculptures on some squares of the road. I live in Nagpur. Nagpur is called the city of sculptures. On almost every second or third square, we have a sculpture, a statue of someone. If you do not have any thought, you cannot make any choice, you cannot take any action. You will remain frozen like statue. You remember the game we played? Yeah. So we do need thoughts. They're very useful for us to be alive. Then, if Nakul, on one hand, you're saying there is noise because we have thoughts. And you're also saying if we do not have thoughts, we'll be as good as a dead body or as a sculpture. And you're saying we need thoughts. So, Nakul, are you saying that thus we can never have inner peace? We can never have calmness or clarity? Are you saying that? No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that, friends, yeah, Sangeeta, you're right. All I'm saying is that thoughts are useful, very useful. But when you use them and not when they use you. To give you an example, I have this bottle of water. I wonder if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. Do you think this bottle of water is useful? Absolutely yes. It has water. If I'm feeling thirsty, I can just take a sip and I feel quenched. It's a great thing, you know. But now imagine because the water bottle is so useful for me, I never let go of it. I keep holding the water bottle in my hand throughout the day. I drive with this water bottle in my hand. I take a session with this water bottle in my hand. I sleep with this water bottle in my hand. I take a bath with this water bottle in my hand. I eat my food with this water bottle in my hand. I brush with this water bottle in my head. I give hug to my loved ones with this water bottle in my hand. I watch the movie. I write books. I create content on social media. I talk to my friends. I read the newspaper. I do every damn thing I do with this water bottle in my hand. What would that happen? This would become a pain in the ass. Sorry, in the hand. है ना? You would say, what nonsense, I do not want water bottle. To hell with water bottle. ये water bottle ने मेरा जीना हराम कर दिया है, जिंदगी खराब कर दी है. Right? You will say, Nakul, please do something and take this water bottle away from me. Won't you? You won't. Why so? Because picking, drinking from it and keeping it makes the water bottle useful for me. Holding on to it 24/7 is what makes me useful for the water bottle, perhaps, but not the water bottle so useful for me. In fact, it becomes a huge problem for me. Hannah? Friends, same is the thing with our mind, with our thoughts. Do you agree? Thoughts are absolutely useful. There is no doubt. Without thought, we cannot live. But if you are constantly thinking, and thinking, even when you do not need to think so much. Yeah, you might not need to think at all, or you might not need to think so much. You can think a little and still function. Like if I want to drink water, the only thought can be, let's drink water. How do you drink water? You grab hold of the water bottle, you bring it close to your mouth, you take a sip, you take it away from you, and you keep it. This is the only thought, functional thought, right? If instead of this, I constantly keep thinking of all the 100 tasks that I have to do in a month, can I even drink peacefully? Will I feel peace while drinking the water bottle? Sorry, water from the bottle? I would not, right? So, what is the problem, friends? Why do you even want to meditate? You want to meditate because your mind, which is a beautiful instrument and which has this ability to have thoughts, all sorts of thoughts, has become so accustomed to having these thoughts, harboring these thoughts, that it has become attached to these thoughts. And it simply cannot let go of any thought. It wants to, it wishes to, it desires to, but it just finds it very difficult to. And because of that, you constantly feel this stress, this overwhelm, this anxiety, this worry, this anger, this confusion, this exhaustion, right? Do you agree with me? All these things that you feel are not because of the physical effort that you are putting. In fact, most of you, I'm sure more than 90% of you, on a day to day basis, are hardly putting any physical effort. Either you are just working on the laptop or doing some work which does not require so much of your own physical effort, at least compared to those who are farming, living in the villages, the laborers, the farmers, right? Your reason for exhaustion, for stress, for anxiety, for overwhelm, for depression is simply your mind, is simply your thoughts, is simply an instrument which has gone bizarre, out of your control. Absolutely. Is it making sense? Hannah? So, why are we meditating? Because meditation is actually a process that you do to take charge of your mind again. The outcome of that is you feel peaceful, you feel free, you feel joyful, you feel blissed out, you feel eventually enlightened and whatnot. That is the outcome, friends. The objective of the practice is to become in control, in charge, in command of what's going on inside you. Perfect? Are you there with me so far? Or is that not relatable? Can you align with me on this? Perfect. Give me thumbs up. Everybody, even whose cameras are off. Perfect. Great. So, Nakul, what do we do in meditation then? To take charge of a mind, to be in control of the mind, to be a master of the instrument called the mind rather than a slave of it. What do you do? What can you do? Tell me, what can you do? Just observe the thoughts and let them pass. Wow, 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 Richa. How is the question? Learn to filter thoughts. Okay. Come on, tell me, how can you do that? Do you think if you take some deep breaths, you can become a master of your thoughts? Do you think that happens? Do you think by chanting some exotic sacred mantras, Om Bhur Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat, can help you to really take charge of your thoughts? No, on the contrary, it puts one more thought. It increases the traffic. Yeah, train your mind. Do not let thoughts consume you. Yeah, be conscious of your patterns. You're right. This is what we want. Control the mind. How do you control? It's not like a drilling machine. You can turn it on and off. How do you do that? by not reacting or responding. Okay, so Richa, you're saying I'll not react and respond, which means Nakul, if you ask me a question, I will not make any comment, because passing a comment is either a reaction or a response. And if I choose neither to react nor to respond, Nakul, you can keep asking me all the questions in the world. I'll keep staring at your face because I'm meditating. No. Be focused in every work of the day. You are focused in everything you do. Without having a little bit of focus, you cannot do anything, Ankita. Right? Sorry, I might seem a bit ruthless. I just negate your answers. Do not take it otherwise. I'm just trying to help you realize where is the understanding falling short. Right? Let me tell you something very simple. I have this nose, you know, this nose, which right now I can see because I am on a Zoom video and the camera is focused on me. Yeah, Surbi, I'll come to it. Wait, pause. Yeah, but in the normal course of affairs, state of affairs, if there is something on my nose, can I ever know it? Unless you tell me, or unless I look in the mirror or on my phone camera. Is there any way of me knowing it? No. If there's something on your nose, will I be able to see it? Of course, yes. Will you be able to see it? Of course, no. Unless you look into the mirror or on a camera. Why is that so? That is so because this nose is attached to me, right? And your nose is not attached to me. So there's a distance between your nose and my nose. I can see my hands for sure. I can see my legs for sure. They are very far. But my nose, I cannot. My lips, I cannot. My ears, I cannot. My forehead, I cannot. Unless I look into the mirror. No, no self visualization, Pramodji. No, not about that at all. I'm just making a simple point. Whatever is too close to me, I can never see it. Whatever is a bit far away from me, I can see that. Right? You can only control that which you can see. You can never control that which you cannot see in the objective world, right? If you're driving with your eyes closed, do you think you can control the car well? Of course not. You will dash it. Within 2 minutes, probably of starting the car, you will dash it. Do you agree? Because you cannot see what's there outside. If you can see, you can go on a long journey and you'll reach safely. Are you there with me? Same as with the mind, friends. We want to be in charge of our mind. We want to control our mind. We want to control our thoughts in the mind, right? But we can never do that as long as we remain attached to the thought. We remain hooked onto the thought. We believe we are the thought. The only way to be able to control the thought, master the thought, or master the mind is to be able to see it, is to be able to be a bit away from it. Because you cannot control what's not visible. You can only have some amount of control over what is visible. Is it making sense? Yeah. Is it making sense? Has it ever happened a friend suddenly came from behind and surprised you or shocked you or startled you? It happened? It happens, right? I'll tell you once it was Holi and a neighbor who's a friend, he just came to my terrace. And I was on my terrace. I was throwing balloons on the passers-by on the road, right? And if they would throw back something, of course, I could see them, so I could choose to come back or forth and safeguard myself. This friend just came from behind and suddenly he attacked me with some colors in his hand. I was startled and I just, out of that shock, banged my head on the parapet wall and I ended up having stitches. That too by the nurse. It was very painful, very, very painful. I can't tell you. Why I couldn't see that? Because he came from behind, I just could not see. Hence, I had no control. Are you getting me, friends? When you are attached to your thought, you can never ever control your thought. When you are detached from your thought, you can have some control over it, if not 100%. Perfect. Are you there with me? Making sense? Okay. So then it's simple. Now I told you, just be detached from the thought and you can control the thought. If you can control the thought, you can be at peace. If you can be at peace, voila, you know how to meditate. Session over, done. Do it. SoulSensei people told you we'll need 45 minutes. It's done in 35 minutes or 30 minutes. Easy, na? What do you think? It makes sense logically, does it not? Practically also. What is the challenge then? It's so easy. Be detached. Be away from the thought. And then you can control the thought. If you can control the thought, you're free from the thought. If you're free from the thought, you're at peace. If you're at peace, you don't need to meditate. No need of the session. Yeah, not easy. How to do that? How? Harshita ji and Sangeeta ji is asking. Maya don't let us. See, Pramod is saying Maya, कमबख्त Maya ने जीना हराम कर रखा है. Sorry. Yeah. He's saying it's not my fault. I'm sorry, I've by mistake made Richa ji also. Probably I've pinned her on my screen. I don't know if it's pinned for everyone else or not. Yeah, it's okay for me now. So Pramod is saying I can do it. This Maya. I hope Maya is not your wife's name, Pramod ji. This Maya is not letting me do it. Can even be your girlfriend or your boss. Maya is the culprit. कि माया ने मेरा जीना हराम कर रखा है. Well, that's not the case. Friends, you cannot control the thought. You cannot detach yourself from the thought because you believe you are the thought. I've said something very profound. You cannot control the thought. You cannot detach yourself from the thought because you believe that you are the thought. Is it making sense? If I believe I am this nail, we all have nails on our fingers. If I believe I am this nail, can I cut it? No, I cannot cut it. It's so difficult. Oh, it'll be painful. I'll lose something I have. I got this nail after eating so much food, so many things. How can I let go of it? No, mera pyara nakhun. Right? So what do you say? I have a nail, not I am the nail. I'm saying something very profound, friends, not philosophical. You can never get distance from that which you believe you are. Currently, you all believe that you are everything that goes on in your mind. You believe you're Pooja, you're Pramod, you're Komal, you're Harshita, you're Gauri, you're Bineka, you're Vandana, you're Tushti, Ankita, Simran, Ankita, whoever. You believe you are the name, while you carry a name. You are not the name. Is it making sense? You believe you are Hindu or Muslim, while you practice the philosophy or rituals or culture of Hinduism or Islam or Sikhism or Buddhism. Right? If there's a thought, I am beautiful, you believe you are beautiful. If there's a thought you are ugly, you believe you are ugly. If I say, Harshita, oh, you're so beautiful, you'll be very happy. See, you're already smiling. While it was just a thought. You're buying the thought. You're believing that to be true. Hence, you're so happy. I could at the same breath say, Harshita, you're ugly. I have never seen a more ugly person than you. And you could be so sad. Did you see the frown on her face, by the way? The moment I said, I have never seen a more ugly person than you, there was a frown immediately. But that frown did not come on Pooja's face or Pramod's face or Bineka's face or anyone else's face or Gauri's face. Why is that so? Pramod knows it's about Harshita, not him. Bineka knows it's about Harshita, not her. So Harshita immediately had a broad smile and also a frown. Nobody else had that big a smile, nor that frown on the face. Why? Because the moment I said, "You're beautiful, Harshita," she believes she is Harshita. You don't believe you're Harshita. Are you able to relate with what I'm saying, friends? You believe everything that goes on in the mind is about you, is yourself, is about yourself. And you also believe that you are the thinker of all those thoughts. You know? If I'm the thinker of everything going on, then everything going on is being done by me. And if I am only creating the thought, how the hell can I control it? Because it's attached to me, it's a part of me. It is not something which I use and keep away. You never say, I have a thinker within. You say, I am the thinker. आप समझ पा रहे हो? You never say, I have a thinker in me. I am the thinker. I am thinking these thoughts. When you become one with the thing you want to control, you can never control it. You know, in the business world, they often say we should never employ our close relatives. Why? Because we cannot shout at them, we cannot fire them, because we do not want to hurt people closest to us. While if there's an employee who's not a relative, it's easier to shout at them, to fire them if they're not working. And they always say that your employees are not your family. Do not make your employees your family, because you would not fire your family, but you would fire your employee. You would not tell your mother, आज आपने खाना नहीं बनाया, पैसे कट जाएंगे. You only have 2 holidays in a month. If you take one more, your money will be deducted. And if you do this for 3 months, done. I'm throwing you out of the house. You can't say this to your mother, right? My point being, friends, it's difficult for you to meditate because you think you are the thinker of the thought. While the truth is, you are not the thinker. You are that, and I'm not naming that. You are that which knows that a thought is happening here. I am not using jargons, awareness, soul, observer, all that jargons. I'm not using any of it. You are that thing within you which knows that a thought is happening within. If you were the thinker, then you would naturally be the thought. And if you are the thought, then you are one with it. If you're one with it, you cannot be detached from it and thus be in control of it. To make my example clear, currently you're believing, if it's a cricket match happening, currently you're believing you are the player of the match. While I am saying you're not the player, you're the umpire. Yes, you're on the field. Yes, a ball is being thrown and a bat is being swung. Yes, runs are being made. Yes, a competition is going on, but you are not playing. You are watching. You're the umpire. If you are the player, you will cry every time there's a wicket, and you will scream every time there's a six. But you would never be free of it. An umpire is there on the field and is free of the game. Is it making sense to you, friends? And this you not being the thinker is a fact, friends. Why is it a fact? Because does it sometimes happen that you are very, very angry? And because you're very, very angry, you feel like killing the person in front of you, abusing that person, killing that person, throwing something on the person. Has it ever happened? And then there was a voice inside you which said, "Oh, don't do it. It's your mother, it's your father, it's your brother, it's your wife. Don't kill this person, don't abuse, don't throw anything." Did it ever happen? Did it or it not? It happened, right? How? How did this happen? You were already thinking, I want to kill this person, I want to abuse, I want to throw this thing. How did this second inner voice suddenly come and say, no, no, don't do it? Bad idea. Very bad idea. You'll go to jail. You will lose the relationship. Dash, dash, dash will happen. How did that happen? It happened because while you were thinking, there was something within you which was watching what you were thinking, friends. And after watching, it was judging. Ah, is this the right thing? No, it's the wrong thing. She will get hurt and he'll go to the jail. And then it said, oh, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Are you getting me? If you were the thinker, you could not have a second thought about it. You could not have that conscience warning you, oh, do not do it. It's a bad idea. Is it making sense? Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, you have been thinking all your life, but you've not been the thinker of your thoughts all your life. You have been believing you are the thinker of your thoughts, while there is something beyond the thinker, which is watching the thinking happening. My submission is that you are that. Because if you are not that, then it means there is some ghost inside you who is doing that. Are you getting me? When you sleep, the thinker goes away, but you are alive. And then when someone takes your name, you wake up. The thinker is not there. But that which knows somebody is calling, that which is hearing is there. Is it making sense, friends? Or is it too complicated? It's making sense, yeah? If you are that which is not the thinker, but that which knows, thinking is happening, this thought is coming, that thought is coming. If you're that, then good news. There's a possibility that you can have control over the thinker and hence the thoughts. If you're not that, then bad news. You absolutely have no control over the thoughts because you are the thinker and you are the thought. Right? Are you able to relate with what I'm saying? I saying, if only killing was legal, how to build a wisdom to choose thoughts to act upon and ones that should be just left. Okay, this makes sense, but how to use it practically to meditate? It is making sense, be the empire, be a thinker, not thought, but how to achieve that thing? Good, good, wait, good. I'll come to the how. First, the what and the why has to be clear. Without the what and why clear, we can not proceed on the how. Hence, I've been trying to establish that you can control that which you are away from. You are always away from your thought. I've established this. You know? Thus, the good news is you can control it. All right. Now, how to do it? It's very simple. Just ask a question. Okay, what am I thinking right now? What am I thinking right now? Or maybe what is the thought going on in my mind right now? Not in me, in my mind. Mind can be mine, but I am not the mind. Okay. What is the thought going on in my mind right now? Or what am I thinking right now for simplicity? Can you all do it? Shall we try doing it for 2 minutes together? Yeah? Let's try. Close your eyes, sit comfortably, and relaxed. Take a deep breath in from the nose and out from the mouth. And with this, just ask yourself, what is the thought going on in me right now? Notice what thought is going on, and then say, I am not interested in this thought. Then there will be another thought, most likely. Notice that another thought which is going on. Again, say, not interested. And then notice the new thought. And if there is no thought, notice that there is no thought. You're the umpire, watching the match, watching the thought. You have no need to play the match and thus to think the thought. Just notice the thought and say, not interested, to switch to the next thought. You just have to notice the thought, not start thinking it. And let go of it. And now, gently open your eyes and start thinking of me. How was the experience? Were you able to see this? Were you able to notice the thought which is going on? Were you able to let go of the thought when you said, I'm not interested? Were you able to do this? Were you able to make it happen? Body saying yes. How about others? What was the experience like? Letting go only created space for another thought. That's okay, Harshita. You were able to let go of it, right? Which means you were able to control it to some extent, right? Okay, Pramod is saying, no, I could not first time. I'm saying, yes, but a bit restlessness was there. That's okay, Ankita. We do not expect perfection the first time you try to drive a car. You don't expect you can race. You should be able to change the gear and realize that you can drive the car. That's the objective. Yes, I was not able to think about it. Good, Shrishti. Very good. That's good news. Yeah. My point is, friends, we only did it for 2 minutes right now. Okay. If we were to do it for a longer time, it would become even more easier. Because you all were able to notice that there was a thought happening within you. And a lot many of you were also able to allow that thought to pass, which means you are not the thought. You're not the player. You are the empire. If you want, you can play, and you have been playing all your life. But if you want, you can also choose to stop playing and even stop the game that's happening because the game is different from you. This is what I want you to know. Ashita is saying, I was also getting sucked into the thought initially and started thinking on it till you mentioned don't start thinking. Good, very good. Pramod said, first thought was to complete the task you will assign. Next, couldn't say no to that. It is the objective of the session. How could I? Yeah, you can say no. I mean, that's a different thing. How can you say no if you want to say no? The thing I want to establish right here is you have been saying it's difficult to meditate. You have just meditated for 2 minutes with me. And can you do this meditation throughout the day? 100% yes. You can ask yourself what thought is going on and just say, I'm not interested. It does not matter to me. But next. And in most cases, if you practice enough, you can let go of it. I'm teaching you a very basic method. Of course, I can teach you methods to also stop your thoughts. But this session is not for that. Okay. The topic is effortless meditation. And why is it difficult for you to be able to do meditation? Because you're always expecting, when I sit my thoughts should stop, I should see God, I should see light, I should see my chakras, I should see these things. You are expecting a lot of thoughts, or you are expecting absolutely zero thoughts, but you do not yet know about what goes inside you and how it does. If you do not understand it, friends, can you control it really? You can never use something which you do not understand. You can only use something that you can understand. My objective from this session was to help you understand that you are not the thinker of the thoughts. Hence, you are not the thought. Hence, you can 100% control every single thought. And thus, if you do that, your peace is 100% in your control. Because you can choose which thought to have, which not to have, which to keep, which to let go of. Same with the emotion. Is it making sense? Yeah. Harshita saying, how will this letting go help to exhaust all possible thoughts eventually? Harshita, this is a beginning for you to realize that you can let go of thoughts. Can you exhaust all thoughts? Yeah, for some time. As you practice this, you will soon start having some gaps in between two thoughts. There will be gap wherein a thought has gone and another has not come yet. And then you will become aware, or you will notice that there is a gap, there is no thought. As you practice more and more, the gap will go on increasing. And you will eventually master the ability to stop thought. Are there faster processes to do it? Yes, there are different processes to do it. I cannot teach everything in one session, of course. Can it be done without closing the eyes as well? 100%. If you can notice what thought is happening, you can also do it with your eyes open. You can try it. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Okay. Is it clear, friends? Is there any question? We are just a bit beyond our time. It was 45 minutes, it's almost 60 minutes now. But I want to make it interactive, hence I kept going. Are you getting me, friends? Every other problem with meditation is because you believe you're the thinker and you want to control the thought using a thought. And it's impossible to do that unless you realize you are not the thinker of the thought. Separate from it. You know? If you want to know more, I think Soul Sensei Tushti has shared a link for more Soul Sensei sessions. If you would like to attend some of my sessions also, which keep happening, I'll also share probably a link to a WhatsApp group, free to join, which you can join perhaps if you would be interested to know more. I'll keep in updating whenever next Soul Sensei session happens through me in this group, perhaps. You know, Toshti, I hope I can do that. Yeah. Or feel free to ask questions. Okay. I'm just answering some more questions now. So am I saying understanding that we are the empire, not the player of the game? Understanding is one thing, but how do you make it your living truth? By practicing, Soumya. Only by practicing. There is no other way. So when you say we meditate, meditation is a practice. Practice to be able to disengage from the thinking mind, to be detached from the thought process. That's the practice. Okay. God is saying it's as good as giving command to your subconscious mind by saying not interested. Yeah, yeah, it's that easy. Very true, it's that easy. Okay. So I have also shared a WhatsApp group. Do join the Souls Inside group link, which Tushti has shared. Put in more such sessions by other people on different topics, and do share the WhatsApp group link, which I have shared. Put in more such sessions that I conduct. Okay. Ranjit is saying if we are not the thinker, where are the thoughts coming from? Ranjit, I'll answer this in the next session, perhaps. That's the content of one more session. Just a moment,
Absolutely.
Tushti. Shilpa I have one more question. Does meditation have a timing? No, Shilpa. You can do it throughout the day. Does walking have a timing? Drinking water has timing? No. Meditation is for you to build a quality of being a master of your mind. You can do it throughout the day. It's advisable that you do one time of the day fixed for at least 30 minutes. That's the bare minimum you should be doing. But actually, it should happen then throughout the day. Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much for this wonderful session, Nakul. I think everyone felt much more energized and clear after having this meditation session, which was very short. I feel the next session will be longer and we'll be able to take up many more questions. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you so much for joining us on Soul Sensei. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. And I look forward to connecting with you again. Follow me on social media at Nakul